Hi there. So I want to talk about too sweet for your own good. Too sweet for your own good. That's right. Coming at you about diabetes and diabetics and those who don't want to become a diabetic. You know, diabetes is leading the world in just too many things. Too many things that aren't good things to be leaders in. Diabetes is the number one cause of amputation. Yeah, diabetes causes you to lose limbs. Diabetes is the number one cause of blindness worldwide, if you categorize it within the ages of 20 and 75 years old. Diabetes for men puts you at 3 times the risk of erectile dysfunction. Yeah. And diabetes leads the world in kidney disease and kidney failure, with hypertension being a close second. So why not talk about it? Well, first of all, we have to dispel some misnomers. I've had patients say their body is different. One patient comes to mind that says, I don't feel right if my glucose is less than 200. For me, under 150, and I'm like a hypoglycemic. I've had others say that as long as I take my medicine, my doctor said I can pretty much eat what I want to eat. So I recall sitting beside a gentleman years ago at Golden Corral. I saw him pull out his diabetic medicine. I saw him take it. I saw him take his insulin shot. And then I saw for the dessert, he had some peach cobbler, some pumpkin pie, loaded ice cream up on top of that. Now, for surely this man isn't saying, what can I do to get some amputations? What can I do to be on dialysis? What can I do to go blind? So I would have to think that this man either hasn't been informed, has been misinformed, or thinks incorrectly that as long as I take my medicine, I should be able to eat what I want to eat. So I want to dispel some of those things, because as humans, we have a range whereby we should want our glucose, and there's no outliers if you're a human being. What I mean by that is other species, birds for instance, if you have feathers, then yeah, 300, 200 to 300, even 400 is normal for a bird. But unless you have feathers and you're a human being, 80 to 110, 80 to 110, and even 110 and edging higher than that is called glucose intolerance. So we got to dispel this. As long as I take my medicine, I can eat what I want to eat. We have to dispel this, my body's different. We also have to dispel this, I'm destined to be a diabetic because everybody in my family is diabetic. While it could be everybody in my family is doing the same things and having the same lifestyle and having the same eating habits. Now, truth be told, statistically, genetically speaking, Native and Alaskan Americans, or Native Americans in Alaska, lead the world in diabetes. African Americans run a close second. Hispanics or latinos, third. And then Caucasian and Asians, or Asians and Caucasians, round out the list. So there is a genetic predisposition, but there's a lot we can do to change the course, to not have to get amputated limbs, to not have to deal with premature blindness, to not have to have erectile dysfunction or be 3 times at risk of having erectile dysfunction, and without having to have kidney failure and being on dialysis. When you couple diabetes with some of the other chronic health problems, hypertension, not to mention the epidemic obesity. We're in a world of hurt. And sometimes we're just too sweet for our own good. So I'm going to talk more about diabetes. I'm going to break down how it tears down our body. Kind of makes me remember back in the day. And some of you might be too young to remember this. I can remember kids being vindictive towards one another, and somebody has a car or they're jealous or what have you, and they would throw some candy in the gas tank, push a Snicker bar in the car. You would go on driving. I mean, you'll drive for a while, but after a while, that sugar starts getting in certain key components of the car. You take it to the shop. The guy comes back and he gives you a poor prognosis. He's like, you got stuck sugar everywhere. You're gonna need a new engine. And even at that, there are other things, the fuel lines and all like that. Basically, your car is messed up. But what do you think it does to our body when we take it in excess? Same thing. Yeah. So I want to talk about that. I'm never one to leave a message of gloom and doom without leaving a message of hope. So stay with me and stay tuned. I'll be back with some preventive measures and some treatment measures, and it doesn't always include medicine. God bless you.